Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and we're having a little bit of a digression today. Yes we are. I'm sharing a personal haul, and at the end of it I'll show a few of the paper cuts and ideas. Right, so first of all I want to share my free gift, because I actually got a free gift on this order, and without dropping it all over the place, I'm trying to pick it up here. I want to show you what I got because it's really cute. So I'm just dropping everything everywhere. Right, so that was my free gift. That little set, there you go, I'm dropping them, of little embossing numbers. Really cute. So I'm really pleased to have that little free gift. Right, now you know me and lace. I have got my ruler so I can measure some of these. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I have cut that out, and as I said, I'll do the paper cuts at the end, but I just love that. And of course you can just trim the bits out that you want. You can layer it up, you can get your colour brushes out all over it, you can do whatever you want with stuff like this. 6 1/4 inches. Yes it is. And 3 and... I'm looking at this point up here. I'm going to say 4 inches, going out to its widest points here. 3 1/2, 4 inches, I'm going to say. But that's going to cover a planner page, cover of a mini album. Oh, just lovely. Whatever it is you want to do with it. And this, because you know me and little things. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that the sweetest little label holder you ever did see? I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. I love those embossed details. Just wonderful. And you've got the areas there on the edge to put your brads. So I got myself that. And then I got myself a little camera. And I have cut this one out. But I love that. So I'm going to share that. I don't think I measured my doodah, did I? No, I didn't. That is cut line to cut line. 1 7/8, and this, because it's the height, we want the height, and that is 2 1/4, and I'm going to say 2 inches. Just love it. Well, and I also got myself some new tape. I'll have to pause and get that out and share that with you as well. And this is what I got. This is actually a set of 3, and I took them all out to cut them out, and didn't put them back in correctly. So this is 3 different sets, but when I saw them, obviously there's loads of stuff you can do, because it cuts out 3 rings. That one does, and that one cuts out 3, and that one cuts out 2, and then you get a little bit in the middle. And I thought, layered up, these are going to look like the lens of a camera. Do you know what I mean? So that's basically why I got them. But I have a huge collection of circles anyway, and I just love to collect them, because you never know what size you may need. So I got my set of circles there, and if I measure the largest one, I think the measurements are actually on the page, and I've just dropped something on the floor. I have to go under the table later and pick that up. And that's 3 1/8 of an inch on the largest one. But I just love them. I just think they're different. So if I want to do the lens of a camera, I could certainly do that. And then I thought this was teeny weeny and very cute. And yes, I know it's got a snowflake, but it makes little tiny gift boxes. I don't know how small they're going to be when I make them up, but just really cute. And if I mooch through my pile, I've got this little set of bows, because I thought it would complement it. You know, this little tied ribbon piece. I thought that was going to, you know, fit onto that box and make it look really cute, and put a little bow on. So that's like a little embellishment piece that I've got. Oh, and also some bows. And then I've got this lovely frame. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It cuts your rectangle out so that you can pop whatever you want to in there. But you can do that gothic for Halloween, you know, cut in black. A little bit of metallic doodahs, just rub some on, some wax. You could have a picture of a black cat in there, or a pumpkin, or a witch, or you can do it all gilded and pink and pretty, so it can be all princessy as well. I just love it. So I am going to measure that one, and for me that is 4 inches. And then on the width, I think the widest part is up here. I'm going to say 3 1/8 of an inch. And then I got myself some flowers. I haven't actually cut these ones out, but I just thought they looked interesting because they emboss deeply those little dots on the edges. So I really like the look of those. And there's 5 in a pack. I think these are supposed to be either separate flowers or the centres, but I just thought they looked really lovely. So I'm just going to measure the biggest one, and I'm going to say 2 inches on that largest one. And then I got myself 2 rosettes. Now the reason for this is look at how, you know, narrow they are on the depth. So I've got that one that's got the little starburst topper, and I've got this one which has got a round topper. I am going to pause and go onto the table and get it out because I made this one, but it's really difficult to make a rosette that size. You know, when you want just a small one for an embellishment. Hang on, I'm just pausing a second. Right, so I went under the table and picked it up, and I haven't put the centerpiece on it yet, but there you go. It's really difficult, it really is, to make rosettes of that size. So to have a die that's got all of, you know, the perforations is just wonderful. That is, let's have a look at that, 1.5 inches across when made, and all you need is 1 strip to make it. So you haven't got to cut 2, 3 or 4 and join them all together. You get a lovely little embellishment. And I've got one of my roses here, but you know, pop that on there, you kind of get what I mean. And if you've got a little stringy type bow or something, but just the perfect size for embellishing your cards. But it makes a 1.5 inch rosette, and making those, or even trying to do them smaller, is so difficult. It really is. So I got that, and then I got myself some ferns, because you know me and ferns, I've got a huge amount of fern dies, you know, kind of different textural ones and different sizes, but they just look great when you're doing flowers. So I got this one, and that is 4 1/4. And then I got myself some wildflowers, and I have die cut these, which is why they're scooting about, but they're lavender, and I think one might be a hollyhock or a delphinium or something called larkspur, but I have cut them. So let's have a measure. I'm going to say the average measurement 4 3/4 inches on those. And then this, and I was so excited to see this, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate this one because it's just so multiple use. If you cut this in black, you can have it for your Halloween, because you can sort of like ink up your sky and everything with your moon going on behind. You've got all your bats, your pumpkins and your witches. But it also is very gardeny. You can cut 2 of these to create a frame, or you can use it for a beach themed scene. So I'm actually going to show you what I've done, and I've cut 2 out kind of like to demonstrate. So right, going into my paper cuts, and I tentatively glued these together, but you kind of get the idea of a lens for the camera. And I did cut my little camera out and just use a little bit of white gel pen all over it. Not gel pen, my paint pen. This one, still on my desk, it's always on the desk. So that is the little camera and all of those circles that I wanted to create a camera lens. But like I said, they're all different sizes and thicknesses, so that you can do whatever you want to. But that is all 3 sets there just glued together, and that's that little camera that I had a quick little play around with. So that's my first paper cut. I'm going to pop that there, and then I cut out the ferns. I cut out a couple actually because I intend to play with it. And then I've got that one because it's got those like little hollows, it's kind of like a hollyhock stem to me, but I guess it could be whatever you wanted it to be. And then we've got the lovely fern, and I have cut 2 of those. Let's have a close up. Oh, can we get in? Because it's got embossed detail on it. There we go. That's probably as good as my camera's going to be. And that's another one that I cut. Let's see if I can get real close with that and then just pull away. There you go. You can see all the lines and the veins in the leaves, so I really like that one. And then that one is my little loopy lavender sprig. So a few of those are just going to look really pretty as well. And then I'm going to show you, oh, there's another one. So you get that one in there as well. My lace piece. Now, I cut that in red because I had a scrap of red on my machine and I thought I'll just cut that out. But at least you can see it. You can't miss that in red. But I just absolutely love it. But you can go in and you can snip pieces out. You know, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. So you can just go in with your scissors. I mean, imagine you've cut the whole thing out in white. And then you're using whatever colour you want to. I'm trying to be as careful as possible. And then you're just snipping out a few bits. And then you can just lay a little bit of red back onto the white. Or you can ink them up or do anything. And you're left with that lovely little piece as well. I just absolutely love it. I love my lacy stuff. But anyway, here's what I wanted to show you. So I'm just going to carefully scoot some of this out of the way. We're going over here. I think I've got a bit of space here. And I'm using Panelisa's ocean paper just to show you how quick and easily you can make a card using that piece of wood. But as I said, you know, you can do Halloween or anything. So first of all, there it is cut out. You've got fabulous detail. Obviously, ink it up. You can have it all bleached looking in different shades of grey if you're going to do a beachy scene. But you can put foam pads and layer it up and have stuff come in between, you know, like your springtime bunnies or chicks or anything. And Halloween in black, as I said. But as a frame, look at that. You can just take a scrap of paper. You can frame out whatever bit that you want and then just place your other one on top. If you've got a few seashell dies, I really hope that isn't blurred, or seahorses or anything like that, you could totally dot those about on there as well. But look at how that just enhances a sheet of printed paper. I just love that. And if you went over the other side, like if you've got that cut in half and you've got this like a beachy garden, look at that, where you just used one, and just imagine none of that is there. Isn't that pretty? And then of course, once again, you could frame it out if you wanted to, just to make a really quick and simple card and have your little sentiment going on inside. So I really love that one. I think that one's a great multi-use, and I'm going to have loads of fun making with that. So when I finish playing at the weekend, I'll try and squeeze in on Monday my make, but you know, you can do all your flower arranging and all sorts behind it. Right, I want you to stay warm this weekend. Yes, I do. Stay warm and have an absolutely awesome weekend. As usual, all links below, and I'll be back on Monday. Bye.